All right, everybody, welcome back to Matty Moolah. Contrary to popular belief, I do still do dividend investing. And so this month I had over $2,700 worth of dividends, which is up about 46% year over year. And so I want to share that with you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy. And as always, let's just hop right into the video. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. And hope you guys have any questions. Put them down in the comments section down below. Portfolio is currently sitting about $950,000 US dollars. None of that maple bucks that some people talk about around these parts. Dividend portfolio alone, or the things that I have the control to invest in specifically, $733,000. That's where we're mostly measuring that income of about $22,000 a year, or about $1,800 a month. Dividend yield on that part of the portfolio is around 3%. Yield on cost about 3.4%. Now, that is neglecting the $129,000 or so in the 401k, and then there's also a little bit of a pension plan in there as well. So that is not inclusive of that. Looking in the upper right, we can kind of look at the consumer discretionary or the capital allocation by sector. 4.4% for consumer discretionary. Staples about 8.6%. Energy is still 12%. Financials 1.6%. Wow, I sold a lot of that. Real estate is about 12%. Industrial is about 5%, healthcare is about 5%, IT is about 8.7%, materials about 3%, telecommunications about 8.7%, cryptocurrencies is about 4.6%, and ETFs is about 25%. Income is about 39% coming from ETFs. Consumer staples is about 13%, energy is about 16%, real estate is about 17%, healthcare is about 4%. Industrial is about 3%, and materials is about 4.6%. Crypto is about 2% of the portfolio. You can see the majority of the money is sitting in individual brokerage accounts. About, I would say, everything, 75% of it is sitting in some sort of account where I have access to it. Now, of course, you also have 401k, which is about 14%, and a pension, which is about 9%. But the majority of it sitting in accounts that I have access to. Reason being, you can look at my previous video for a reason being for that. So, hopping into what companies actually paid me. Sorry, 2022 table is not 100% ready as of yet. But we made about $2,700 overall in January of 2022. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that the things like XYLD, RYLD, which normally play at the end of the month, decided to pay at the beginning of the year, and I think they just wanted to take into account and make sure that all the capital gains or capital, I guess, distributions that they're going to do were included in that. So, hopping over into what actually paid me this month. So, we did make a little bit of money. From ArcG, 38 cents or so. We got paid from Devo about $1.57 or $157. Jeppy paid me $309. You can see of these, actually they went down slightly as you go into February timeframe, and I think a lot of that has to do with capital distributions going forward. So Jeppy's around $309 or so. Altria Group is about $464. That pays once a quarter. You have Realty Income, which pays $126. Pepsi paid me $220. That's pretty nice to see come in every quarter. RYLD paid me $44. SPY, just 120 or so shares I have in SPY, paid me $196. Can't complain with that. I'd love to get this. Up to a share per quarter. That'd be pretty dope. So I'd have to increase the amount of shares in SPY that I have by about 60 or 125% or something like that. So I need to get this up to about 450 or 460. It's currently sitting about 200. So doubling it and get me close to 400. I would obviously do a little bit more than that. Stag Industrial paid me about $75. That's pretty cool. $150 coming from XYLD. XYLG was a huge contributor this month. Huge capital payment here. About all of it was capital payments. $566 there. Has renormalized down to about $85. And I don't know what's going on with this line, so I'll have to fix it going forward. But yeah, great time for this one in particular. $566, $85 in February. Jeppy here did not pay anything in the early month. Actually, I might have to check that again because it might have technically paid a capital distribution. I might have looked it up as dividends, but worst case scenario, I'll fix it and remediate it for next month. You had Philip Morris pay me $1.25 per share, and I had 100 shares of that, so 125 bucks there. You had WP Carry, which I had about 100 shares of as well, 110 bucks there. Then I think you're getting close to the end here. Most of the stuff in the Computer Shares account I've redistributed to my individual brokerage account, but you also got a $130 payment from Fundrise, which was awesome, and you had some money from Cardone Equity Fund 5 come in, 50 bucks there, and some money for personal savings, which was $1 here, $1 there, so I didn't even bother to check. But wanted to share that with you guys with respect to what companies pay me. You guys are always curious. Always kind of wondering what companies I'm still in, where the money is kind of gone towards. And yeah, it's either towards, say, an S&P, more speculative growth stuff, SPY, or one of those cover call ETFs. But what I want to highlight specifically is the 46% growth that we had in 2022 January dividends comparatively to the January 2021, where I made about 1,870 bucks, so can't complain with it at all. Looking specifically at this graphic, you can kind of see what we've kind of gone from in 2019, which was 776 bucks, then 754 bucks in 2020, and then we doubled that almost, and got that to 1,800 bucks, and looking pretty tasty. You know what I mean? But really curious to see over the course of the year how we look. Obviously, we're kind of at the moment only looking at a 3.3% increase year over year, whereas last year we increased 52% year over year, which was a phenomenal result, going from about 14,000 to 21,000. So we're kind of hanging around the $21,000, $22,000, $23,000 mark, and would really like to get that increased as things kind of progress forward. And you can kind of see what we're looking like for the forecast. Overall, kind of looking like for the forecast overall. So can't complain whatsoever. This is looking pretty good. So that's relatively it for this. Looking relatively good in terms of year-over-year increases, 46%. If I can sustain that for a couple of years, we'll be looking pretty healthy. But I've really been concentrating a little bit into other things. So whatever money I do get, maybe I'll put it into some sort of real estate, which is something I've been considering. Also kind of getting into the crypto DeFi space as well. So curious to see how this develops. That might be a reason why I've sold or concentrated a little bit of money into that. And obviously, if it's only $500 a year now, it might grow to be a couple $1,000s a year, which ended up being a couple $100 a month. So something to watch that space. If it continues to grow, I'll be sure to kind of mention about it. But really hope this video finds you guys great or well. Let me know if you have any comments about what I've kind of showed you here today. And yeah, I'm just going to post this one up. Hopefully you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.